Could the Middle East crisis spiral into World War III? Picture this. The Middle East, a region steeped in rich history and culture, now a hotbed of escalating tensions and conflicts. From the banks of the Jordan River to the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, the air is thick with unease. Consider Israel and Palestine, two nations locked in a seemingly endless dance of discord. Israel and Lebanon, too, share a contentious border, a tinderbox waiting for a spark. And then there's Iran, its relations strained with not just one but three nations: Israel, Iraq, and Pakistan. Each conflict, each tension is a thread woven into a complex tapestry of uncertainty. These localized conflicts, while devastating in their own right, are not isolated incidents. They're cogs in a larger machine, each playing a vital role in the geopolitical landscape. So the question remains, how could these localized conflicts possibly trigger a global war? To understand the potential for a global conflict, we must first comprehend the domino effect. The domino effect, a term often used in geopolitics, refers to a situation where a change in one nation's political or social structure can induce similar changes in neighboring countries. This concept becomes particularly relevant when we look at the Middle East, a region simmering with numerous interlinked conflicts. Take, for instance, the long-standing conflict between Israel and Palestine. The tension between these two entities has often pulled in other regional powers, leading to broader confrontations. Now imagine a scenario where this conflict escalates, causing a ripple effect that draws in Israel's other contentious neighbor, Lebanon. Now we have a larger regional crisis on our hands, but it doesn't stop there. Iran shares strained relations with both Israel and Iraq. An escalation in any of these conflicts could potentially trigger Iran's involvement, further complicating the situation. Moreover, Iran's own contentious relationship with Pakistan could add yet another layer of complexity. Meanwhile, the tension between Afghanistan and Pakistan, another set of neighbors with a history of discord, could potentially add fuel to the fire. A single spark in this region could ignite conflicts across borders, setting off a cascade of events, a domino effect. This domino effect has the potential to transform a regional crisis into a global one. As each conflict escalates, it could draw in global powers, either directly through military involvement or indirectly through political and economic pressures. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, a regional conflict could quickly spiral out of control, affecting nations far removed from the epicenter of the crisis. The domino effect, therefore, could potentially turn regional tensions into a worldwide conflict, but how likely is this? Now let's delve into the likelihood of such a scenario and its possible repercussions. The probabilities of the Middle East crisis sparking World War III are a complex jigsaw puzzle. Each piece, each conflict from Israel and Palestine to Iran and Iraq has the potential to be the spark that lights the fuse of a larger conflagration. These conflicts aren't isolated, they're interconnected, feeding into each other, escalating the tensions and the stakes. But here's the thing. The probability isn't just about the conflicts themselves, it's about the international response as well. It's about how other nations react, how alliances are formed or broken, how the global community chooses to intervene or stay silent. Let's say, for argument's sake, the unthinkable does happen. What could be the potential consequences? First, there would be the immediate impact on human lives. The death toll, the displaced populations, the human suffering on a scale we can't possibly comprehend. Then there's the global economy. A war of this magnitude would send shockwaves through the global financial system. Stock markets would tumble, currencies would fluctuate wildly, and the prices of essential commodities like oil and food would skyrocket. The ripple effects would be felt around the world. Global supply chains would be disrupted, and nations far removed from the conflict would find themselves grappling with the fallout. And let's not forget about international relations. The alliances formed during such a war could redraw the world map, shifting the balance of power and reshaping diplomatic relations for generations to come. So is a World War III triggered by the Middle East crisis a certainty? No, it's not, but is it a possibility? Yes, it is. And the potential fallout? It's a grim picture, one that we should all strive to avoid. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the Middle East or the nations involved in the conflicts. It's about all of us, every single one of us on this planet. While the probability of a World War III triggered by the Middle East crisis is a matter of debate, the potential consequences are undoubtedly severe. In conclusion, the Middle East crisis has the potential to escalate into a global conflict. We've unpacked the ongoing tussles: Israel versus Palestine, Israel versus Lebanon, Iran's conflicts with Israel, Iraq, and Pakistan, and the Afghan-Pakistani discord. We've delved into the domino effect these clashes could trigger, potentially setting the stage for a third world war. The dire consequences of such a war can't be overstated. While it's impossible to predict the future with certainty, it's crucial to understand the dynamics at play and work towards peace and stability in the Middle East.